Hi guys, I'm havoc and welcome to this episode of Personal Mission 9.5. This is the second video I've done of this personal missions. The first one was the personal missions when they was released on the test server. Unfortunately, there's been some changes to the missions since then, so I just wanted to go over them in a new video. All the details that I will cover in the video. I'll also do an introduction so if you haven't seen my original video, I will do an introduction so you can see what the missions are and what you need to do to win the tanks. But if you haven't seen my video, it might be worth going and seeing it anyway, just so you can see the differences. I will also be going over some of the feedback that's come from the community about these personal missions, which will be interesting. I want to cover one aspect of that feedback now. One of the main complaints or concerns from the community is that those people that don't have friends or don't regularly find it easy to be in platoons are going to find it hard to complete the missions. Now, I'd like to remedy that for you. I welcome you all to come onto the What University TeamSpeak server. I've created 10 rooms so guests can come in and play with one another and help each other through those missions. So if you're a World of Tanks player and you don't have anyone to play with, or you want to come in and take part in that, please follow the address below and I'll put it on here now. That's an open invitation. You don't have to sign up for our community, you don't have to join our clan, you don't have to leave your clan, and if you don't want to join a clan, you don't have to. And clan players are still welcome if they've got no one to platoon with. Just say you're in a clan but it's a pretty inactive clan, you're welcome to come onto our TeamSpeak and do that, okay? You'll be there as guests and you'll only have access to the allotted rooms for them personal missions, but it will give people a place to go where they can meet other people going through the same missions. So I hope you enjoy that and welcome. Now I'd like to go into the garage and discuss and look at these personal missions a bit closer. Oh, a nice cuppa. Okay, so here's the personal missions, guys. Excuse me. Okay, so get to the new personal missions, you'll need to come up to here. As you can see, it says missions and specials. If you left click that, there's two tabs. One that says campaign and one that says missions and specials. Missions and specials is your normal bog standard personal missions. Your normal missions. Campaign is what being referred to as the personal missions. There are 4 tanks to unlock. 1 tier 5, that's a Stug. 1 tier 7, which is a tank destroyer T28 concept. 1 tier 9, which is the medium tank T55A. And 1 tier 10, which is the heavy tank Objects 260 mod. You have to unlock the lower tier tanks before you can go to the higher tier ones. So you start off with a Stug, then the 7, then the 9, then the 10. To unlock a tank, you must complete all the missions. There are 15 missions for every single tank type. 15 for SPG, tank destroyers, heavy tanks, medium tanks and light tanks. There are 2 ways you can complete the missions. You can complete it just by completing the primary objective, or you can complete it by completing both objectives. If you complete both objectives, you will get completed with honours. There is a reason for this. Just say, for example, you don't play SPGs, or you don't play tank destroyers. You can get away with not completing the missions of one tank type. But you do need to complete all of your missions on every other tank type with honours. Okay, so I'm going to complete all mine with honours, and I'm going to leave out the SPG missions because I don't play artillery, okay? Now, you activate a mission by going to it, okay, and clicking activate. So there you go, tank destroyers, effective performance, start. That will remain activated now until you complete that mission. You don't have to go in there every game and reactivate it, okay? If by any means you complete a mission and you don't feel as though you didn't get the secondary condition, you could get the choice where you can either click on the next mission and start it, or you can simply click on the mission you want to improve and click improve result. So it's that simple really. Complete the missions, win the first tank, unlock the second set missions, complete them to win the second tank, unlock the third set of missions, complete them to win the third tank, unlock the fourth and complete them to unlock the tier 10 tank. Okay, that's the introduction to the personal missions. You'll be glad to know that you get some really great credit bonuses, so it's like 75,000 credits for completing both conditions on most missions, okay? There's consumables, and you know you can even get a female crew member and a bunk in the barracks for completing that. I'm just looking at what that says there, but it don't say. Now, that's the missions. Good prizes, good tanks, good fun. Let's deal with some of the problems, because there's been a lot of feedback since the missions began, okay? Now, the first thing we covered earlier in the video, the platoons. There is only 2 platoon missions per tank type. I believe these missions are quite simple. In light tanks, one is simply to do 2,000 hit points of spotting damage. Easy in a platoon. The other one is spotting and getting 1,000 damage and 1,500 spotting damage whilst in a platoon with an SPG. Not a hard thing to do. In the mediums, 3,000 hit points of damage. 3 mediums, 1,000 hit points each. Not hard to do. And the other ones destroy 3 enemy vehicles. 3 mediums, 3 vehicles. Not hard. Not just that, even if you had to destroy 3 enemy vehicles on your own, it's relatively simple to do that in the medium, you know. Alright, you could do a bit of kill stealing, but if you just play the medium hard, develop a good strong game, you know, out of 10 games you're going to kill 3 tanks. What, 2 or 3 times? Easy, I should imagine. The heavy tank ones are quite simple. Destroy 3 enemy vehicles of 2 different tank types. 3 heavies, 3 enemy vehicles, easy. The other one is to kill a vehicle in the first 5 minutes whilst in the platoon. Easy. As you can see, it goes on. I don't see it as being a problem. I've provided a place where people who don't have many people to play with can come and do their missions. The only real problem then is for those people that just don't like playing in platoons. Well, my message to you is, if you want something extra, you're just going to have to, I'm afraid. Yeah, it sucks, but out of all them missions, 2 per tank type isn't a lot. And as long as you've got some good guys to play with, I believe you'll do them relatively quickly. Okay, the next concern would be the way these missions change the game. This is my biggest concern. There's a lot of madness out there at the moment. A lot of people doing loads of crazy stuff. My advice to you would be to activate these missions and play your normal game. When you see an opportunity to fulfill the objectives of the missions, do it. But don't go out of your way to complete an objective and ruin the game for everyone else. There's been complaints about the ramming missions. I don't think they're valid. I ram tanks and kill them all the time. Low hit point tanks, you go in for the kill, you get a ram. In any tank type. Also, like the last mission's supposed to be the hardest one. For the light tanks, it's 4,000 hit points of spotting damage. It's not hard. The medium tank ones destroy 2 enemy tank destroyers. It's not hard. The heavy tank one is probably the hardest one I can see. Have at least 8,000 hit points of damage caused, damage received, and damage blocked by armour. But again, if you're in a higher tier tank, it's not going to be difficult. The tank destroyer ones have 4,000 hit points of damage. Again, not hard in a higher tier tank destroyer. So you can hear me talk about high tiers. I think you need to look at these missions and see what tank would be better. Some are suited for lower tiers and some are suited for higher tiers. An example of that would be the heavy tank mission, the Relentless Raid. You need to do 1,000 hit points of damage but successfully capture an enemy base. I use the KV-1S. It's very fast and mobile and can easily do 1,000 hit points of damage in a game. You know, that would probably be better than playing an E100, I should imagine, or, you know, a very slow moving heavy. But some of these ones that are requiring you to get a lot of damage, 8,000, 4,000, higher tier tanks will probably help you to do that more. So if you are a low tier tank player, you might need to start grinding up a bit more to get the high tier tanks. But as far as I know, and I've been told, there is no time limit for the completion of these missions, which means we shouldn't rush them, we should enjoy them, and we should benefit from all the credits we're going to get. You know, there's millions of credits to be had from these missions. I think it's over 1 million per tank type. So there's no reason for you to be rushing through these missions. Enjoy them, Try not to affect the game too much by doing them. Be aware of your objectives and complete them when you're there. Let's think of some other concerns. So there was the platoons, which we've covered. The mad gameplay. The missions themselves. Some of the missions themselves people weren't happy with. You know, the 8,000 one. So they're not meant to be easy. They are supposed to challenge you. They are supposed to try to develop you as players. So see this for what it is. It's an opportunity for us to earn extra credits, some wicked tanks. Yes, the premium days are gone. The World of Tanks took away the premium days as a reward, which was in the first video. So that's some of the changes. They have taken away some of the credits that were in there. So as opposed to my last video, which you can go and see, they have taken away an amount of the reward that they said they would be giving. But it's not a crazy amount. The premium days is very disappointing because it would turn out to be 20 premium days for every tank you unlocked, which meant 80 premium days over the whole thing, which is almost 3 months of premium account time. So that's a big blow for me and for all those other guys that really wanted that. But we're still going to be able to get the tanks. We're still going to be able to get the credits. So I think we should just go for that and concentrate on that. So that's all I really wanted to say today about these missions. I think they're a really positive thing. You know, they're going to teach people the game. A forced halt teach people how to track people. They're going to force people into tank types that they wouldn't normally play in, so they can get an example, you know, an experience of playing lights or mediums or heavies if they don't normally play in them, or tank destroyers. Hopefully, by doing that, by playing, so say you don't normally play tank destroyers, by playing tank destroyers, you're going to realise the strengths and weaknesses of them tanks, which will better enable you to take them on in your preferred tank types. There really is so many positive sides to this mission system that I'm really pumped about. I think it's really good, and I think we should all go for it. I'm definitely going to be using this as a vessel to train people in the What Uni community, and it's with special regard to my new mentorees. I've got 3 guys that I'm mentoring personally, and I know already what Havoc Monkey that we played some games the other night and he got some missions completed, so that was really good. So good luck with those missions. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe and like. I've just given an accurate representation of how I think the missions have changed compared to my last video. I still think that they're really pumping to teach new people the game and bad players the game. So let's just get all behind that and just get these missions done. And I look forward to seeing some of these tanks on the battlefield. See you later. Okay guys, that's it for now. Thank you for tuning in. Please remember to subscribe and like. It really supports the channel. Yes, so summary now. The missions are still single thing I said in the last video. I do urge you to go and watch that other video because I give a far more fuller opinion about how I think it can benefit players. I didn't want to go through all that again for those people that had watched it already, but it's worth a watch. I still think this is a mega positive thing. We're going to learn, you're going to earn, and you're going to get some tanks. So what more can you ask for, okay? Yes, we're not going to get the premium days. Never mind. We are going to get credits. We're going to get consumables. We're going to get tanks. And hopefully we're going to have a great time, a fun time when we're doing it. I'm certainly enjoying these personal missions. I'm loving doing them. And I hope you do too. Stay tuned for the next video. And I've just done a couple on light tanks. You might want to check them out. Active and passive scouting. So look under my videos on my YouTube. You'll see them there. Thank you very much. And I'll see you soon.